Hey Libra, welcome to your May 2020 reading. My name is Danny and this is Northern Comfort Tarot. Welcome all to your reading. Today I just want to start off by saying thank you and we appreciate you so much for subscribing to this channel and liking the videos or sharing out the videos with your friends. I appreciate that so much. When I speak of we, I am in union with my twin flame. That is Brooke from Empress of Duality. She's my divine masculine. We feel so blessed when you guys do all these things for us and send us love and that in any form, even in donation form, no matter how big or small. It's such a blessing to us and it really helps us stay afloat and keep things running smoothly here and keeping our butts in the chair. Now, I also want to bless and thank everybody who has given us an opportunity to read for them on a personal level. We have many options available down in the description, but one of our greatest options that we've seen so much change in people's lives is the Journey to Your Weighted Fate reading for 111. It's just opened so many possibilities in people and really guided them back to their higher selves, right? To that inner knowing of, this isn't really right for me maybe, and I need to change things up in order to live your greatest life. So if you're interested in gaining a personal reading from us, and that is a reading that we do together, you can find out how to do so in the description below. As it sits, I've already created a sacred space for us to be in. So I'm going to open this up and let you see what's coming through. I love you, Spirit. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. We're looking for messages for Libra's highest good. There's 3 cards. I'm going to get some more. Wow, Judgment, the Sun, and the Page of Swords. And messages of clarity, but overall, things seem to be turning around for you guys. I know in a Scorpio moon, things can get a little irritant or testy, but this is these energies are coming up for release, and that's what full moons are all about. The energies that do come up for you guys, it's all about release. So don't be afraid to write those things down on a list. Feel into them, feel into the feelings and the emotions that are coming up. Find out where they're coming from, if it's you or externally, and you can even dig deep, find core wounds or trauma that you may have gone through that these triggers or lesser energies, what type of healing needs to take place. Write them down and then burn the list. Give it up to the full moon. That full moon was this morning, so here in the Eastern time zone. So but the energies last 3 days before and 3 days after, so I just want to make that known. Now this card here, all right, bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands in reverse. So or 2 of coins, 2 of Pentacles. Man, that took me a bit. 2 Pentacles in reverse. Really, okay. Bringing things to a balanced. Just spit it out, you guys. Not just balance, but bringing them to a newer light, a newer, lesser. One's heavier, one's lighter. Bringing things into balance to create this 10 of Cups. You've got the Lovers in reverse, but it could be also, like I put it in the upright because, the Lovers card does mean either a choice in love or immense love. Either way, maybe it's a love that's not physically in your life, and when I talk about love, it could be a soulmate, the energy of that love, that 10 of Cups energy, is in your life, but it needs to be tapped into, or it can be tapped into regardless of if this person is in the physical or not, right? Judgment, the Sun, the Page of Swords, and the Emperor. Now, the Emperor was in reverse. I'm going to put it there for now, right? The Judgment in your life, and it's speaking to the bottom of the deck with the Lovers in reverse, so we'll leave that there for now too. You have to reign true, Libra, on and hold space for yourself. They're saying loving on yourself and creating that happiness within is going to manifest it outwardly. And when it comes to either the divine masculine or within, or the divine masculine without that counterpart that you're seeking, the divine counterpart that you're seeking and pulling into your energy, the clarity that needs to move forward is that attitude of gratitude always. And I'm going to pull more cards. I'm just going to start flipping them out to, let's see, clarity on the Sun. Yeah, that they haven't come into your life, or they haven't unghosted you, or refriended you, or you haven't come into union. Now, I know this energy sucks, right? And you want this beautiful person in your life, but I'll tell you, even in retrospection of like our union and me and Brooke being in sacred union, if you haven't done the personal work and dived into your fears and triggers and traumas, the work exemplifies when they're in your presence. And this is where separation happens. If you're not ready to sit in front of your perfect mirror and have them bring up all the shadows in you, then either one or both of you will run. And that needs to be realized. Wanting and wishing and hoping for a union to come it's all beautiful, and you know, wanting this perfect and perfect sense of like having an amazing connection with somebody is all great and stuff, but it's more than that, especially when you're talking about a divine connection. Divine connections are all about healing, holding space, keeping your vibration at a higher level to ensure that, you know, when you guys do dip or when your shadows do come up, you don't lose your shit and start freaking out and grabbing a butcher knife. Like, that might be a little excessive, but it can be, though. If you haven't done that inner work, right, then your masculine really, they do come in contact with you, it's going to cause nothing but pain and heartbreak and misunderstanding. Communication is going to go out the window, and these are also gifts. Okay, being in union and having that come up to you is also a gift. But if you're not at the vibration of gratitude for these gifts as they come up through triggers and whatnot, it's just going to wreak havoc on both of you. And separation will persist, and things will gradually go back to that. Well, I don't think we can be around each other because we can't work through this. Not only I can't work through this, but I can't work through this with you. So that's the clarity that they're wanting you to see within this, right? There's great love on the table, but are you ready for this? Are you in balance enough to have this connection flourish in the Ten of Cups energy? You know? And that's regardless of whether or not they have an energetic vibration that's matching yours. Of course, you're not going to attract someone with a higher energetic vibration towards you unless not only you are vibrating at a higher frequency, but them as well. But as you raise your frequency and do your work and allow, when triggers do come up, that you can respond gently, you know, and with patience and virtue, and you know what I mean? Just in full allowance of why they're here. If you can't do that on your own, then that's what you need to focus on. And as you raise your vibration up to that level of acceptance of like, okay, well, I have patience when I do get triggered, you know, even though in the moment my mind may be spinning, or even having the ability to say, when your mind starts to spin, oh no, I noticed that for what it is, and that's not me anymore, and I've changed, and I constructively continue at a conscious level to say, ego, you need to sit down. I am the one in the driver's seat now. I'm not on autopilot. Like when I drive or when I go for a walk, I'm not on autopilot. I'm not walking unconsciously. I am fully conscious and aware of my reactions, and I do not react. I respond to triggers and situations, and I sit with them. Even if I have to remove myself from the situation, I still have the ability to remove myself, say, just a minute, I need to go, and then really give myself a chance to look at myself in the mirror. It need not, if that's what it takes, going to the washroom, looking at myself in the mirror, washing my face, washing my hands to ground, and say, okay, I release. And this is a 10. This is a 10 of swords. I release those old wounds. I release the triggers that are coming up. I see them for what they are. They're divine guidance. That's what they are. They're divine guidance and interventions to, assess the barriers and boundaries that I have in place and release myself from those that are no longer serving, right? That inner work is definitely what's needed, because this fleeting energy, or this energy of like rushing into the kill or rushing in to react, isn't really going to serve anyone in the situation. It's just what it is. And there's no reason to get enthralled or overreact in that situation. It's not good for anyone. Okay? So with that, let me see here. Oh man. I think that's pretty good, and that's a pretty big message for you already, Libra. I'm kind of honored that they bring that up, and I think I'm going to close it with a message from your angels. Is that what we're looking for? Well, that's the one you guys called me to first off. So I think the first really wedding, yeah. So it's confirmation to, you don't necessarily, every time we go into fear regarding these things, that causes reaction. That gets you in a space where, oh my God, like they're going to leave, or they're going to leave me, or really it's the abandonment within that you need to look at and say, why do I always default to abandonment? Why do I, when this person, is a ride or die, or this union is a higher vibrational union, it's not something that, when I first started out in high school and my first girlfriend, and we were just all over the fucking place, and maybe it didn't help that we smoked weed, but like all our fears were coming up, and we shut down and we pushed each other out, and then we decided to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to find somebody else, because this road is way easier when I'm searching for that perfect someone, not when that perfect someone shows up and shows my imperfections, right? Because I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. I don't want to see how I am not imperfect. I just want that perfect someone to come and be my perfect someone. But we're asking so much of this other person, and that is not unconditional love. That is conditional love. And that's destined for failure. No one will ever live up to your expectations. I can just put that out there. No one will ever live up to your expectations. So you really need to sit down with yourself and say, okay, all expectations aside, I want an unconditional love of my life to come. And I'm going to accept them for who they are. Not perfect, because I'm not fucking perfect. I am definitely, even though I may look like a Jesus at times when my hair is fucking down, I'm still not Jesus. I'm just a man trying to live this life I am a divine feminine trying to live this life in a man meat suit. I'm trying to do my best. And, fuck trying. I'm living my best life right now. All shit aside, and I can start by unconditionally loving myself. That's where it all starts. The journey starts with unconditional love for self, being able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, and I fucking mean it. And I've been here for you, and I've always been here for you. I've cried beside you. I've cried because I am you. You know what I mean? I haven't left you, and I have no intentions of leaving you. Say that in the fucking mirror. And if you don't start crying, then you're a bigger man than me. But that's what I got for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. I thoroughly, absolutely enjoyed it. And it reinstills within me every time these things come out of me, that when Ethan speaks through me, it really, oh my God, it reinstills that love for self, right? And reinvigorates not only my connection to self, but my connection with Brooke. So I hope that it also blessed you that way. Thank you for joining me. It was good to see you guys. I know I'm not sure when I'll be producing next, but definitely stay in touch. We've got some lives coming up, and don't forget to like the video, by the way. We've got some lives coming up. Saturday, we've got a live with Rebecca from Childlight Tarot. Come and check us out. She's an amazing reader, and you'll definitely want to get a reading from both of us. And I don't know if Brooke's joining in or not, but definitely come and check us out. All right, with that, take care. I love you so much. Namaste.